But to look your enemy in the eye, knowing you'll remember his face for the rest of your life, now that takes a stomach much stronger than you'll ever have.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back indeed to Girl Survives, and welcome to episode 2 of our Stellaris goa'uld / Jaffa Let's Play. Joining me, of course, as he was last time, is Vharzul. Hey.
Hello.
And we went through a bit of the early game in the last one, and true to form, I've already invaded and taken on some new valuable workers in the form of the Yolkahan.
That's a mouthful.
It is. They've got a fun name, which I hope to not have to pronounce very often. And now that we've done that, we're going to hopefully look at getting a colony ship up and taking a small Gaia world. It's only small, but it's still a Gaia world, right? You're down here. Let's see what's going on with you so far.
Not much.
Is Atok your home system?
Atok is my home system.
Oh,
yeah.
you've got a 25?
Yeah.
I never get a 25.
I'm not sure if that's species dependent. Dakara might be scripted to be only a slightly smaller planet.
Possible. It is possible. I can see that you've got a couple of nice mineral-laden worlds. You said you were swimming in minerals, didn't you?
Well, I'm only making 20 at the moment, but I will be making more soon.
You're only making 11.
Yeah. At the moment, I've managed to take Sahal, and if I go up one system more, next to me is the Asgard. So
I
need to
see.
see if it's worth taking Ivana or not.
I see. Okay, so they're between us then.
Yep, but they have no access to you at the moment, not unless they can get out the other way around.
Oh, kind of coming from the left-hand side, kind of where all these, where all those red / orange nebulas are. You mean through that way?
Yep. Past P3.
I should probably have a look at that then.
Yep. Send a science ship that way.
I'm going to keep the game going. Got an inactive building in our home system because I moved one of my pops over here just to make sure that they can, you know,
Chill.
make sure that the locals behave themselves. And of course,
Overlord.
we did give the locals full rights, so they should be relatively pleased about the entire situation. The fact that I didn't slaughter the firstborn son of every pop, they should be delighted about, but it tends not to work that way, does it? These creatures should be studied. Limpok the Baneful has made an incredible discovery in orbit of a planet. The planet possesses a hitherto thought impossible number of superimposed quantum states per unit of
Star
space.
system charted.
Okay.
Construction complete.
Oh, it's the Veil.
Ooh.
I found the Veil.
Interesting.
Technology secured.
The good thing is, at the moment, the Asgard are showing as inferior in technology, so that's a relief.
Maybe we should destroy them now.
Asgard never worry me much. It's mostly the Tauri or the Ancients.
I wouldn't mind getting in an arm wrestle with one.
Better hope it's a little bit later than early.
Yeah, the earlier species looked very much like us, I suppose, didn't they?
Mildly put. Ooh, I need to move him onto there. I need energy.
What happened to the Asgard in the end? Did they die out eventually?
They had a genetic. They.
I know they had genetic
cloned
degradation.
themselves. Yeah, they kind of killed themselves. Really.
Well, there was an episode where they found an ancient one, didn't they? And they were going to send it to a planet, and then the replicators took the planet, something like that, which prevented them from studying it.
Yeah, that was before the time before they started doing their cloning of themselves every new generation, and through each new generation of clones, the genetic code degraded. So finding the I would say Neo Asgard was a big find for them, but in the end they did lose it. Ah, nice. Cool.
Technology secured.
Maybe they should have just started banging again.
Well, that was a sort of theory for them.
Because, you know, thinking about it, maybe their arms and legs wouldn't be so spindly if they'd made a bit of effort in that regard.
I would imagine they healed fast, though.
Possibly. Yeah.
Oh, Ivana's system isn't too bad.
Star system
Too bad.
Too bad. Yeah, it's got a Force Society research in the system.
That's not bad.
8 minerals so far. So it would prove as a good strategic choke point at least.
There we go. We are now building a colony ship. Wow, there's 12 physics research at the Vale.
Yeah, the planet itself, I think, has around 10, 12.
Oddly, it's got natural beauty. It doesn't look very beautiful.
Ah, very good here.
Well, I suppose it's a shrouded world at the moment, though. I've just got to wait until it comes back to being a big boy world.
Yeah, that kind of...
Do I really want that, though? I suppose, you know. Would I rather take the 12 physics research, or indeed...
I think you get high research, physics research itself on the
Oh, it's got a Betharian power plant. I'm having it.
I was going to say, if it's got that, take it. Come on, finish your survey.
Does it cost you a lot of resources to stop the phase shift?
I can't remember. It might cost you 200 energy or something. It'll cost you to do it.
My life is pain. Speaking of that, I'm going to need another 15 so I can take that system. Or?
Yeah,
What?
I've just managed to finish surveying the system before, while the Asgard construction ship's coming in, so I'm building my 30% done for the outpost, so I'll be able to secure the system before they do.
You rotter, you.
Indeed. Ooh. An L gate. Do you want me to open the L gate?
Yeah.
Star system charted.
Be fine. Alright, there's some naughty pirate men somewhere, but I don't know. I didn't read where it said.
Oops.
Technology secured.
I've got the Alkesh bombs. They're always good.
They can only be put on
Enemy
the
presence exposed.
corvettes. Unfortunately.
That's okay, though.
Yeah.
Spaceport under attack.
Can everybody stop blowing holes in my spaceports? Just before we started recording, I was watching the footage of the recent failure of the Sawyers.
Sawyers?
Construction.
Remind me.
Oh, relatively recently, a Sawyers craft that was bound for the International Space Station failed.
Oh, the Soyuz rocket from the Soviets. Yeah.
Well, I shouldn't think they'd describe themselves as the Soviets anymore, but...
Well, from the Russians.
Indeed so.
It was the first thing that came into my head. You mostly identify Russia with that. No offense to any Russians watching.
But yeah, I was watching there was a maintenance camera that took footage at the time. So they released the report, I think yesterday, and they also released an accompanying video to show what happened. Quite interesting. A very, very simple mechanical failure caused it to, well, not explode, but caused it to fail.
Yeah.
It was basically like, you know all the pins that you've got in your adapters for the PC? There are a couple of those that were bent, and as a result of that, the right at the top of all the booster rockets, there's a little oxygen vent that when they're released from the body, and that they're supposed to fall back to Earth, and when you see any booster segments to any rockets come off the main body, they tend to flip backwards, don't they? And they open like the petals of a flower and then fall away.
Yeah.
Well, that's because they've got a little, as I say, they've got a little oxygen jet right at the top, which fires as they're released, and it pushes the top of, let's call it the top or the peak of said rocket away from the main body of the fuselage. But that failed. So what happened is the rocket kept firing, but it was just being pushed into the fuselage rather than away from it.
Construction complete.
Fascinating.
Well, at least it wasn't anything more grievous.
Situation log.
Well, yeah, everybody survived. Nobody was badly injured. So very, very fortunate in that regard.
Ah, brilliant. Robots.
Robots.
Yep. Then I just need one more tech to be done after that. I really do have to sort my energy out a little bit more. I need to clear that tile. That's one of the things I've noticed here in this mod. It's very hard to get energy from systems itself.
I agree.
At least early.
I think you've got to work harder on your planets, haven't you?
Yeah. A lot harder.
I don't think it's to do with the mod,
Attacking
actually.
enemy assets.
I think it's more to do with the other mods that I've chosen to go with it.
I'm not sure.
Anomaly found.
I mean, either way as it happens, I quite like it. But,
Oops, I need to upgrade that starbase, otherwise I'm going to have a problem against the Asgard if they decide to do anything.
apparently our scientists need skill 4 or higher in order to stop the phase shift. That's unfortunate.
Ew. I hope you don't have your colony shipped just yet, otherwise you're going to be burning energy.
I do.
Like nothing. Dock it on, over your main, over your home
Sorry,
system.
I'll just colonise the world note for the best.
You can change it later on. I mean, level 4 comes about fairly fast.
Let's take a look at the surface of this world and see what we can do. I'm going to need you over here. Reassembled ship shelter. Suppose we should do that. Yes, yes, fascinating. You come down here. Be a power plant.
Construction complete.
Take a basic science lab. We're actually going to take an energy grid up there. I'm not concerned about food at the moment. Seems to be all the primitives are good for.
Food production?
Breakfast.
Star
Ooh,
system
they declared.
charted.
Oh, then I'll declare back. Thank you.
Are they rivaling you?
Yep.
There's absolute sausages. I expect better from them.
So would I. And that from a pacifist. Not me, the pacifist, the Asgard.
Right. our colony ship is going in to try and
Construction
colonise that world.
complete.
We'll see what happens. It may be that I'll lose all my people, but...
Colonization in progress.
Colonisation has begun. It's become a shrouded world again, but when it comes back, is it still going to start being colonised again? That's the question. Question for the ages.
You begin immediately with the colonizing.
Well, let's grab that additional research, shall we? So, we had a very brief chat last episode about what we thought of the upcoming changes. I'd like to separate those into two blocks, if you don't mind, just as talking points for us. First, let's talk about the changes that they're going to be making to planets and the way that planetary tiles, etc. work. I mean, that's going back to
Situation log
what
updated.
you might describe as a more traditional paradoxy system.
Yeah, instead of having an overall tile system, they're going to a more simplified version of, say, a province overview, actually. If you consider a planet a
Construction
province.
complete.
We lost the colonising capability, unfortunately.
Well, find the next best planet and start heading there.
Oh no, I mean the colony ship, of course it had landed, so it's
Construction
dead now.
complete.
It's gone.
Oh.
Yeah, so,
well.
my mistake. It was a good experiment. Bad result, but good experiment.
Lesson: never colonize a phase-shifting world until stabilized.
Indeed. Just never lets us do anything, does it?
No.
I expect
But at least
better.
At least you're not bleeding energy.
Situation log updated.
That's a
That's
positive
true.
point.
Well, I wasn't bleeding energy anyway, that's the annoying thing. I was okay. And then suddenly it jumped up to 13 and I thought, Something Wong.
Lucky it was some of these asteroid belts.
But I noted that they're, based on what I've seen, they're going to be introducing Metropolis worlds as well. What are they called? Megalopolis?
Ecumenopolis.
Thank you.
worlds, yeah.
Thank you. Glad I've got you here. Yeah, so that's going to be really, really interesting, having worlds of that nature. I think the Star Wars mods are going to be pleased with that, aren't they? Because it's something that features very highly in Star Wars.
It's a very common thing in Star Wars or a few other sci-fi.
But it's not very common in Trek. It's not common in it's certainly not common in Stargate. They seem to be very, very agrarian worlds in Stargate.
Yeah, unless you think of the replicator world as such.
That's true. I'd probably say that was unique among most worlds, though. We don't really know what the Asgard worlds were like. They may well have been very built up.
We only saw very little of the Asgard
Star
worlds
system
itself.
charted.
Yeah, you just saw a couple of internal rooms, didn't you, really, more than anything else?
Yeah. I think I might take diplomacy now so I can start working on trying to get something going between us. Or I'll go for... Oh no, I need to go...
Ladies and gentlemen, he's been trying to get something going between us since we met. I'm still resisting.
Ooh-ar. Ooh-ar me petal.
Anomaly found. Vessels upgraded.
Vessels upgraded to still shit.
Ooh, analyze the... I was nearly going to say the wrong word there.
I'm not going to ask.
It is what you think it was gonna be.
Sausage.
No, I'll just say it. Analyze.
Oh, anyways. Well, makes it sound very scientific when in fact there's nothing further than the truth.
Oh, I got goa'uld sarcophagus now. Research tech.
Ooh, a piece of candy.
System. Yeah. I had to choose between robot modification or destroyers, and I took this one. So.
Very good.
Technology secured.
Oh. Where are the pirates?
What was that? I've got ancient pulse weapons now.
Oh, you're lucky. That's gonna serve you so well.
How much better are they than the goa'uld ones? Lots! Okay.
Yep.
That answers that.
Technology secured.
I wasn't gonna say anything because it answers itself.
Oh my starry-eyed surprise. I'm pleased about this.
I tend to, if I got that, I tend to mix it with some of the staff stuff as well.
Hmm.
Well,
I like the sounds of the goa'uld weapons, so I've got to have some.
Anomaly found.
oh, I do love the sound of them.
Mind you, I quite like the sound of the wraith weapons as well. That ooh 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 sound. It's a nice planet down there. I think I should probably take that. PX329A.
Yeah, it's the system that I mentioned. Would actually make a good border somewhere there.
It's also got the terraforming stuff.
Ooh, quickly get those pirates. Wait a minute. Upgrade.
Observe a moon
log
impact
updated.
somewhere. I don't think I've got the time for that, have I? Where's this? Oh, it's here. Yeah, alright, we'll do that. We got any other time projects that I need to be concerned about? Situation log.
I need to have a look at my starbase.
I just got that thing with your people are trying to contact you via an emergency buoy. You know, the pirates have taken us, blah de blah de blah. But I failed that so many times that I've just ignored it because I don't want to have to face the failure.
Star system charted.
Yeah, you don't have to take it straight away.
I'm just like, that's going to make me feel bad, not doing it. I lost my peeps.
Abandoning your own people, how could you?
That's alright. We breed like rabbits. Okay, let's get that little Unity boost in Discovery. I think you're ploughing through your Unity stuff a little bit faster than I am, aren't you?
I've already got my first Ascension perk, and I've started Harmony. I've left Diplomacy out at the moment.
Nice.
Harmony gives me a pop growth speed of 25% for starting it. So.
Special project complete.
Hark at thee!
I do not have any colonies going at the moment, which is kind of...
Well, I've got my second world by virtue of the fact that I
conquered it.
took grateful leadership of it. Oh, do you know what I might actually do? I might use you
Construction complete.
as a look at all the shiny things guy. So many projects that I need to be researching, so I may as well use you for that. There you go, off you go. Very good.
Make it sound like you want to use me.
I'm happy to.
I'm looking where the Asgard is going at the moment.
Hopefully
I have
nowhere.
no idea if they got. They're
Star
expanding the other
system
way because they
charted.
can't go the way that I am at the moment.
That means they're going my way.
Could be. I'm not sure where the southwest heads up in your territory beyond M1K177.
Yeah, I'm going to go and have a look at that now. Ah, we've sighted a comet, which of course is a good omen. Good thing we're not stuck in the past or anything. Omens.
Anomaly
Arid
found.
world. That would be actually fairly
We
good.
only have room for science.
Oh, I found the pirate base. There it is.
You know what you have to do.
One of the other
Construction
things
complete.
in the upcoming expansion that's interesting to the playstyle and complete unique is the fact that you got mega corporations itself.
I think that's specifically a DLC, isn't it? So that's not free LC. That's going to be a paid DLC. So some people will have that, some people won't. I think we should stress that before we talk about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks very interesting. I think I'd really love to see a Ferengi mod that
Special
uses the
project
Mega
complete.
Corporation techniques. I mean, I wouldn't want to see it in New Horizons because one thing that they've always kind of committed to is they've committed to utilising the base game mechanics, meaning that players don't need the DLC in order to play any race.
Yeah.
And I like that. I think that's a really nice way of approaching things and making sure that they're
Star system charted.
that their user base can be as well represented as possible. I think that's very positive. But at the same time, I'd like to have an independent Ferengi mod that allows me to do the whole mega corporation thing.
Technology secured.
I mean, the DLC itself will add a fair few things. I mean, there are obviously things in the patch itself that are related to it, but you will not have access to it unless you own the DLC.
Yeah, I think there are a couple of new things like the artisan troop that pop up,
Construction
which allow you to effectively gamble and things.
Yeah.
Not with real money. We
Star
stress to
system
add.
charted.
It is with in-game currency. So I think you spend a bit of energy in order to buy. What are they called? I think they're called naughty gambling man bucks. And with the naughty gambling man bucks, you can then do a bit of gambling, or you can open what are effectively in-game loot boxes.
Although they haven't stressed as to what's actually inside the boxes. But
No, they've said there
one
can be a lot of
theorise.
different things in there. It could be technologies,
Anomaly
could be
found.
more resources than you put into getting it in the first place, I suppose. I think there's a lot of options, isn't there?
Yep, it's just a surprise. It's a way for you to burn your energy if you have too much.
Construction
Not
complete.
going to be a problem if we're playing this mod, is it?
No, not until you manage to get some later on. Ooh.
Ooh,
Mmm.
what you got?
Gain a new scientist. Plus, plus 6 minerals to a planetoid or asteroid.
That's quite nice, isn't it?
Yeah. Oh. Okay. That's some sort of anomaly in that system, which means I need to put that off bounds for a minute. Oh.
Let's have a look at you.
I've got the wreckage identified event.
Oh, nice.
From an anomaly.
Special
Where
project
you
complete.
can decide to keep 300 minerals and displease the neighboring empire, or give it back and gain influence. I'll
Technology
take
secured.
minerals from the Asgard. I'll deny all liability.
Construction complete.
Just tell them it was me.
I'll just point them your way.
I'll be like, yeah, what you gonna do?
All I can say is
Respect our authority! I assume they'll appreciate that. I think I threw a migration treaty your way as well because it might help us both.
Got a car. Not sure. Depends.
They've closed their borders with me, those bastards. Well, let's close our borders back and let's give them an insult. There we go. Right.
Oh, who have you found?
Oh, the Asgard. They closed their borders with me, and that's just unacceptable behaviour. So, they had a returned border closing and an insult as a gift.
Well, the way your science ship there is going.
Yeah, I'm going to try and get to a choke point and cut them off there.
Strike craft. Oops. Oops, I forgot about that. Supply ship? What supply ship? I know of no supply ship, Asgard. Go away.
That BS though.
I was
Enemy
wondering why I was
presence
burning
exposed.
energy at the moment. I've got a colony ship going out. Some of the systems I got around me aren't very healthy.
Star system charted.
When you say aren't very healthy.
Empty ones.
Oh, I see. Yeah, that's really irksome.
Present. I think I've got 2 systems next to each other that are completely empty.
Oh, bother.
This one has something, not much. Then there's another system that has nothing. Oh, I finished my robot modification. Yes.
Hooray. Okay,
Construction
let's see.
complete.
Your fleet power is superior, your technology is inferior, and your naval capacity is equivalent. I see. It's a shame that the Asgard haven't got specific, what are they called? Little men. Avatars.
Portraits.
And also, I wonder why they're wearing Mandalorian
Special
armour.
project complete.
Are they?
It looks a lot like Mandalorian armour. Yeah, just have a quick click on them.
Ah. Ooh, something's reached the lunar age. Oh, primitives.
Oh my, the Surveyor probe is here in my systems. Hello, Surveyor probe.
Construction complete.
It's nice to meet you. Oh my, we've reached the 30-minute mark. I'm going to pause again. Okay, well, ladies and gentlemen, I do hope you've enjoyed the second episode. We've expanded a little bit. Not a lot's happened at the moment, aside from me insulting my closest rivals, the Asgard. And I think you're in pretty much the same position at the moment, aren't you? You're kind of chilling.
Yeah.
Nothing too serious has occurred. Have you taken another planet? Is Okul new for you?
Okula's my first colony now, so that's
Let's take a
just
look.
working away.
How many slots does that one have?
It has 18, if I remember correctly.
That's not too bad, is it? Not too bad at all.
No. It's got a fair bit of resources on, but nothing to shout about, but it's better than nothing.
Yeah, it's better than a kick in the pooper, isn't it?
I do want to work to going to the next cluster over to get Sargas, and then also to P5N44, which is
I see it.
close to
Arid world with 15 on.
Yeah. That way I can get some sort of presence close to you.
Mm-hmm. I'm hoping to take PX329A myself, if that's reasonable for you.
Yeah, that seems fine. I've got room, at the moment I've still got room to expand here
Okay.
on the other side, so I'm working my way around.
Good stuff. Well, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for watching, as always. And we will come back to you, hopefully, in a day or two. If you've enjoyed this episode and you're not already a subscriber, please do hit the subscribe button so you can see more in the future, and the little bell next to it so you know when I release an episode. And and I have a wonderful community Discord that I would love it if you would join. The link to that is also in the description below. Vharzul is one of the prominent members of our community, and he has a good working knowledge of Stellaris. So if you're into Stellaris and you want to talk Stellaris with anyone, Vharzul's a good egg.
I try my best.
Ladies and gentlemen, we will see you in the next episode.